Hello everyone, JoRaSe here, ready to get back into our Blender game project. So let's do just that. And here we have our code that we're working on. There is no other window on the other side over here like we had before, because we're really just working with the code right now. And first thing we're going to do is start by changing this token rotate, because we want to make the token responsive to impact, thereby allowing us to collect the token and make the model leave the game world. So let's start by changing things up. We're also going to make the just a action for this one specific token. So we will replace token rotate with token A, because that is the one that we're loading in. Next thing we need to do, and I will go through this line by line after I get it adjusted here. So let's just add this in for right now, and then we'll talk about it. My.emask bar equals enable impact. Semicolon. My dot event equals token A pickup, semicolon. And right here we can simplify. So let's do that by doing that. Alright, so what did we just do? First thing we did was to change the name of the action, which again is simply making it a exclusive action for the given model, or token in this case. The bit with my.emask, that is an entity flag which defines how the entity will respond to different forms of interaction. The enable impact part of it tells the entity to react to being hit or impacted upon by running the function given by the next line, which is my.event equals token A pickup. And the rest of the code in the action is similar to what we had already entered, with the one simplification being taking my.pan equals my.pan plus 0.1 to my.pan plus equals 0.1. And what this simplification does is it tells the computer, the game engine, all right, we know what my pan is for each cycle of this while loop. What we want to do is take what it equals to and add a 0.1 to it. And that's what it's going to do. So now that we have our action set up, we need to get to work on the function, this token A pickup that we listed in the my.event line. So this we need to put above the action because it needs to be in existence in the code before it is called. So function token underscore A underscore pickup. And always be sure that you're keeping everything capitalized or lowercase. You want to make sure that is right. Now we're going to be entering our first if statement for this function. And there's only one, but we have more that needs to be input than previous ones. So we're going to say if event underscore type equals means is definitely equal to, and we want event underscore impact Now we're going to set what happens in code for when that event is triggered. So we're going to have a token underscore A. Should have been an underscore txt dot flags equal show. Now we want a wait one command. Followed by the ENT for entity remove, and it's going to be the my entity. And both of the brackets are closed as they should be. So what does this do? What is this? What is all this? Well, first, might be a good idea if we put in a comment here. So this is function controlling display of token A text and removal of token A model. And that kind of tells you pretty much exactly what's being done in this. We are right here telling a text to display, and then we are removing the model, the entity to which this function is ultimately attached. And how is it attached? Through the action event definition. So we have this set up, but we don't have this set up at all. And again, that's because we have to define it before it's called. So let's define our text. So we want text star token underscore a underscore txt equals, bring in the brackets again, and I should have put that down there. Now we want to define the position in two-dimensional space. So we're going to go POS-X, and I have already measured this out to be clear enough from the edge of the screen both ways. So for this one on the X, we're going to go 115. Why did I not put an equals in there? Not a plus, an equal sign. There we go. And then our POS underscore Y equals 15. And we now need a string definition. And this is going to be token underscore a underscore str for string. And there we go. So what do we have here? We have position on the screen, both X and Y, and a definition of the string of characters that are going to be displayed when this text is called. So now we need to get into actually defining our string. And there is no POS underscore Z for the obvious reason. We are not defining something in three-dimensional space. We are only defining something in two-dimensional space. Just figured I would throw that in there. Let us add a comment here. Going to be text definition for tablet A. Tablet, not table. So now that we've done that, again, we have to define our string before it is called. So we're going to put it right here. And what we need is string star token underscore a underscore str equals, and let's say got a token. So that is our string. And we can add a comment here. String for tablet A. And action for token A. Now, are we ready to go? Everything up here looks fine. Everything in the action looks okay. But what about in function main? We have our int create instruction, but the action is wrong. So let's change that to reflect the new action. We can now save it and run it. And you may get an error like this if you have not done something right. So let's see, where did I miss it? Where is it? See, this is what I was saying. You got to be sure that you're following your labeling correctly. Had lowercase here, and I had an uppercase up here. Now we've adjusted that so it should work. And indeed it does. Now if we take our character and have her walk into the tablet, it leaves the screen and we get this nice text right here at the top, got a token. So everything is working the way it should there. And we can now proceed to do more with this. So let's go ahead and clear out of the engine. So we've got our first one set up. This kind of seems a bit redundant, but we'll leave it for now. Next thing we need to do here is add in code for the rest of them. And wonderfully, there's not a whole lot we need to worry about because it's going to be a lot of repetition. So we've got 3 more strings to add. So let's just go ahead and copy, and we'll do it this way for the first one. So this is going to be token S, and just swap out the A's for S's. And now, next one, swap out the A's for V's. And then lastly, swap out the A's for E's. So there's all of our strings. Now to do the same with our text. So we're going to copy it, and first one we'll do it this way again. First one, we want to go ahead and change A to S. The position needs to be changed though, otherwise they're just going to stack right on top of each other. So for the text for token S, we need 30 here for position X. And now for the next text, it's going to be V. V again, and we need to come up here and change the comment to S. Meant to do that, just didn't. But we catch it in the end. So now we've got all of our V's in. Position X needs to change again, this time to 200. And then finally, get our last text in. We're going to go for E this time. Kind of obvious. And get that E and that one. And now our position on the X needs to go to 285. So there's all of our strings up here and all of our texts right there. Now to get all of the functions. And again, we're just copying and pasting. And again, we can change all the A's in this one to S's. There we go. Now, come down and add in another function and change this one from A to V. There we go. And one last time. That's not right, is it? I need E. There we go. So token E, and one last time here, token E. And that is all of our functions defined. Now we just need 3 more of these actions. So again, we're going to copy, paste, changing A to S, A to S, A to S. Come down and plug in another 2 here, starting with V. And then the last one is going to be E. So there we now have our 4 independent actions. We just need to get them created in the game world. So we're going to, again, copy this one. And get the right model in there. And now we need to adjust the coordinates for the vector. So for S, and again, I've already gone through and calculated all of this. We're going to go negative 145, and then 36, and we leave the z-axis alone. Just need x and y. So that's S and A. Now we need V. And V is going to be at positive 145.415. And here, positive 36. One left. Get the E token brought in. And it needs to go at 45.415. And 6 seemed to be a good number there. And that is it. We are ready to test it out. So let's save it and run it. Everything seems fine. We have our 4 tablets there spinning on the screen. So let's collect them. Let's see if I can figure out which one is S here. Looks like that one down there. Yep, got the S token. Now turn back around. And we'll get the A token. Looks like V's all the way up here at the top. So let's get that V token. Got it. And then lastly, our E token. Got it. So now we have our program running like it should. We can collect all of our tablets. And the models themselves remove and a text is displayed. So I say we're doing pretty good here. I think we've got a good start for what we are working with, and next time let's look to adjust that camera angle a little bit and maybe bring in the next model and maybe do something to make those tablet token things appear one after the other when you collect them. That might be an interesting effect. All right, that's stuff to mull over for later. See you all then. All right, everyone, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, feel free to give me a like and maybe subscribe. And if you want to go a little bit further and you want to see your name in lights in the credits here, feel free to go to my Patreon and contribute. Till next time, everyone.